Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video of the Raw picks. This week we got UFC Perth, JDM, Jack Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates, the Nightmare. So as always, we gotta react. We gotta talk about last week, then we can get into the predictions. So it's like reaction prediction. If this is your first time watching, if you've been watching, you already know how I get down with it. So like I said, we gotta react. We gotta talk about Aljamain Sterling versus Eustace Law. Didn't do too bad. Went 7 for 13. Got four perfect, so four perfect predictions. And yeah, let's just go through it, man. Yeah, so this was a pretty good fight. Went how I expected. I just thought Palacio would be a little more active. So she lost because she wasn't as aggressive and control time. Definitely control time. Victor Valenzuela won. Crazy story. I think his grandma, I think it was either his grandma or his mom, passed away 2 days before the fight. He still went out there, got the decision. It was a good fight, decent fight. Max Griffin, got to give it up for him. I thought he would be not as strong, just being an older guy, veteran, a lot of damage already on him. He was banging. This was a decent fight for sure. Francis Marshall got the decision win. Not too much to say about this one. Francis Marshall had a path to victory, just dominating, so he just kept doing it. I definitely doubted Cody Durden. He looked good. A couple times he was close to a finish in this one. But I thought this guy, Jaffel Filho, would win because of his background, jiu-jitsu background, and I think he's in Chuta boxing, so trains with Charles and all that. So, but yeah, Cody Durden got the win. That's good for him because he was on a skid, man. This one, we knew how this one was gonna go. I didn't know. I think this was Michelle Montague's debut, or maybe her second fight or something. But dude, she is huge for the 135 class. She looked really good. Mayra Bueno Silva is probably gonna get cut from the UFC if we're being honest. Just a crazy downfall right now. But she'd probably do good in other organizations, just not the UFC right now because the talent's getting real good. Um, Especially with people like Bia Mesquita. You still got Kayla Harrison. Nunez is coming back. Yeah, 135ers are they're there, man. They're tough. There's also the co-main was a 135er fight, and that's another contender. So yeah, Myra's probably on her way out of the UFC. Michelle Montague, I think she's already in the rankings now. But yeah, she looked massive. She was pretty swole, pretty lean looking, man. Crazy. She just got to work on her attack. She was in dominant positions, but didn't get the finish. She should have. She had multiple chances to get the finish, in my opinion, from what I saw. So we got the method. We just didn't get the method right. We got the round one. We knew this one was gonna go long. Jackson McVeigh. Yeah, Cedric Dumas. He's probably undersized for the 185 class. He's tall, but his strength and his physicality isn't there for 185ers. And I think he came out saying he wants to go 170, which is probably a good move for him. I doubted McConico. I thought he wouldn't have the recipe for defending Rodolfo Vieira's BJJ background, but he did, and he put in work. There was a couple threatening submission attacks and grappling exchanges that Vieira was winning, but McConico didn't quit and gave it to him. This one we got right. It's crazy, man. Rodolfo and Marcus Buchecha are BJJ, like, I wouldn't say Hall of Fame, maybe borderline Hall of Fame, but like definitely BJJ cemented. I guess like elite slash legends. Like Buchecha, I think is a 13-time champ. Rodolfo Vieira has like a ADCC win and an IBJJF win or something. Like the dudes are really decorated in jiu-jitsu and they're getting beat by MMA guys. So that just shows the difference of MMA and jiu-jitsu. Like you can be good at jiu-jitsu, but it doesn't translate to MMA. And so yeah, crazy to see. But yeah, we got the Ryan Spann win, TKO second round. We got it right. We had Barcelos winning by decision. Jackson looked good, but like I said, Barcelos was grinding it down. Honestly, Yeah, I think this was split decision. This was a split decision. So yeah, this was a really close fight. Didn't have Davy Grant winning, but Davy Grant was pushing the pace, took it to him, and he had the win. This was a split. This I think this was unanimous actually. Rafa winning. Decent fight from what I remember. Nothing too shocking. Decent pace too by both of these guys. Cardio for days, but good win by Rafa. Uh, Tough loss for Alexander for sure. He was riding a good streak, and that would have put him back into top 15. Now he's got to get back to the drawing board and hopefully get a good matchup to get back in there again. This one, we had Jocelyn winning. Norma just doesn't have the same offense as Jocelyn does. So we had Jocelyn getting that win. I thought Jocelyn would get a finish because in her last one, she had a crazy finish. But I knew she would win regardless. So it was a good one. Now, I should have went with my heart, honestly, the gut, because Aljo is the human backpack. Simple. He is the human backpack. I thought the age difference would be a thing, but Aljo hasn't lost a step, man. He's still looking good, still fresh, still funky. He is the funk master. Plain and simple. All right. That is UFC. That was UFC Fight Night. Sterling versus the Law. Now we'll get into JDM, Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates. Nightmare. So this is at UFC Perth and Perth, Australia. So yeah, let's get straight into the picks. I've seen a little bit of this card, not too much of it, but right off the bat, we got some names: Dariush, Salkild, Steve Ursig. So it should be a pretty good card, and it's gonna have a lot of your Australian guys. So yeah, UFC putting on for Australia. Excuse me. If you blessed me, thank you. If you didn't, still thank you. You should be blessed me. Anyway, let's get right into it. We got Cody Steele versus Dom Marfon. This is hard to pick. I'm trying to remember if I saw Cody Steele's last fight, Rongju. I don't think so. I'm picking Dom Marfan though. KO second round. Second round KO. We got Jonathan Mikolaev versus Tembo Garimbo. Tembo Garimbo's coming off of 2 L's. Jonathan Mikolaev's submission. I actually had Oban Elliott beating him, but he surprised me. That was like 2.5 months ago. That was a nice rear naked choke, and he destroyed Oban Elliott. Like, okay, maybe not destroyed, but he made it look easy. Like, he definitely proved me wrong, so I'm not gonna go against him. He looked good in his last one. Pick him. Temba, on the other hand, did not look good in his second to last one, the Vicente Luque. That was bad. And then Jeremiah Wells. Yeah. So go Malakaev. I think he gets a submission, honestly. Yeah, we'll go submission. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go round 2. Round 2 submission. Next up we got Wes Schultz versus Ben Johnston. I think I'm gonna go Schultz on this one. Oh, so Schultz faced Pinas. Okay. Yeah, Damian Pinas is crazy. I'm still gonna go Schultz on this one. I'm gonna go just decision. I think it gets drawn out, goes the distance. We got Colby Thickness versus Vince Morales. I want to see Colby get some wins, man. Rack him up. Oh, he's going against a guy that has 3 L's, so yeah, we'll go Colby on this one. I'm gonna go decision. He doesn't have a lot of power. So I think he'll be like cardio machine, kind of just drag him down, draw him down type of deal. He trains with Volk, so he definitely has a gas tank and durable for sure. Yeah, I think he went the distance with Ilya's brother, Alexandre, so he can definitely hang. Next up, we got Jacob Malkoun versus Gerald Mershart. Jacob Malkoun proved me wrong in that Torres Finney fight and the Andre Petroski fight. I don't think I was doing UFC predictions against the Andre Petroski fight, but definitely on the Torres Finney, I thought Finney would beat him, and he made Finney look like he shouldn't be in the UFC. So I'm gonna pick Malkoun. I think it's a KO. I think Mershart, 38, and he's getting finished, man. submission by RDR, decision by Brad Tavares, KO by Olasheshek, and a submission by Dawkins. So I think this one will be a KO. Yeah, I'm gonna say KO. We'll go round one. I don't think this one goes long. Couple connections. I think Mershard will have enough. Next up, we got Junior Tafa versus Kevin Christian. Not familiar with Kevin Christian. Seems okay. Wow. So he already fought Billy Elikana? Trying to remember if I saw that fight. I probably put a pick on it because I've been doing these for a little bit. Interesting. Kevin Christian. Okay. Tafa. Well, they're both coming off losses to Elikana within the last 6 months, which is crazy in and of itself. But I'm gonna go Kevin Christian. I'm gonna just go. This one's the crazy thing about this fight. It's not going the distance. I think round 2 KO. Yeah, it's not going the distance though. Definitely not. We got Cam Rouston versus Robert Brycek. I'm going Rouston. In his last fight, he looked really good. Yeah, beat up on Cody Brundage. So I'm gonna go decision. I think it goes the distance. I don't know Robert, but he has some fights in the UFC. Okay, lost his debut against Ihor. Beat Tavares, knocked Tavares out. So yeah, these both guys seems to be both up and comers. See, 7.5 months. Yeah, just the thing is, Cam Ralston I saw recently. 2.5 months ago, the last Australia card. I think that was the Volt card. So was that like 325, 326? No. Two was that 2.5 months? We got 328, so 7, 6, like 325. Yeah. I think that was the Lopez. Volk Lopez too. Next up, Tuivasa versus Sutherland. Ah. I can't pick Ty, man. I hope he gets a win. It's been so long since he's got a win, man. Like 4 years, bro. That's nuts. That's actually crazy, but I think he gets knocked out second round. Sutherland. We got Shamil Gaziev versus Brando Pericic. The Balkan Bear is serious, bro. He's nice. Now Gaziev is not bad. He got derailed by Cortez Acosta, and he has some decent wins up here. Martin Budai, and Thomas Peterson, but Pericic is on a run right now. I think he's looking better. He's fighting hometown, so I think he gets it done by KO. I'm gonna go round 3. Goes a little deep for these heavyweights, but they got cardio, and yeah, Gaziev gets finished. Marwan Rahiki versus Ali Schmid. Now I think so we had a corner stoppage against Hardwick. That was when Hardwick got like dismantled, bro. He looked crazy. This guy's coming on a couple days' notice. City Kickboxing, so he is from, Izzy's camp. Dang, I forget their coach's name. Ollie Bierman. I think that's his name. Ollie Bierman, something like that. So he runs a good camp, right? We got City Kickboxing. That's Pericic. These guys, Pericic and Ollie Schmid. So I'm gonna go Rakiki because the beat he put the beats on Hardwick, bruh. He put the beats on Hardwick. Like I think broke his jaw and all that. Yeah, it was bad. We got Tim Elliott versus Steve Ursig. Tim Elliott has been on a surge lately, man. Like the Kaya Sakura guillotine, Sumedarji arm triangle. Yeah, I say surge, and he only has like 2 fights in 2 years. But anyway, he's looked good for 39. What he did against Kai Asakura looked very good. Steve Ursig, he needs to get a win, so I'm gonna go Ursig on this one. I think his output is just better. It's a 3-rounder, so it's gonna be quick. Urseg's path to victory would definitely be the ground. So if he can get Urseg down, which we've seen, you know, in the Pantoja fight. So if Elliott can get him down, pretty much GG's. I think Elliott's grappling's pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna switch my decision. We're gonna go Elliott submission, round 2. Yeah, I think he'll start working the grappling the first round. Maybe get some hands. I think they're gonna get hands going first. Then Elliott's gonna get some level changes in there. Then second round, boom, he'll get the takedown. He'll start milking them. Pause. And then co-main event, we got Beneil Dariush versus Quillen Salkild. I'm going Quillen. I think Beneil is washed, brother. That's just my opinion. I think he's washed. I think he gets KO'd in the first round. Excuse me. I think he gets KO'd in the first round. No hate to Dariush, but it's a young man's game, bro. Young man's game. And in the main event of the evening, we got JDM, Jack, which is short for Giacomo, if you didn't know. Giacomo, Della Maddalena versus Carlos, the Nightmare Prates. What Carlos Prates did against Leon Edwards was diabolical, to say the least. Diabolical. We know this one is not going to go to the ground. We know JDM's ground game probably didn't get any better since fighting Islam. We know Carlos doesn't want to go to the ground. So I'm going to go Prates. I think he starches JDM. The thing about this one, it's going to be such a striker's match. This will be like kickboxing, basically, for all the UFC fans. They're going to eat this fight up, bro, because neither of these dudes want to grapple. We got JDM, who is a sharp boxer, and we got Carlos Prates with a literal Muay Thai tattoo on his chest. There's no grappling going on. So this will probably be like a title eliminator, I think, or a title like runner-up. I think they said if JDM wins, Michael Morales gets the title shot because Ian Gary has a win over Carlos Prates, and JDM lost to Islam, so that's like how the cookie will crumble. But if Carlos Prates wins, then Ian Gary will get the title shot because he has that win over Prates, who now has a win over JDM. So a little bit of politics going on. Personally, I think, yeah, I guess this fight will basically decide it. Like, I guess on the optics, if we see Carlos like dominate, that means Ian Gary is that good and should fight Islam. But if we see JDM dominate, then we know is maybe Gary's not that good, and Morales should get that fight. Either way, I think it should be either Gary or Morales, and then the next guy should get the next chance. Like, it sucks to have to wait out that long. I think it's a business, right? UFC is a business, so I think the fight that sells would be the Gary fight. Unfortunately, I think Gary has more of a following. And Morales could get like one more win. Morales could beat like someone else that's top 5, maybe the winner of this one, to get the next one. And then, there's still that thing of Ilya versus Islam. So it's weird state. But anyways, back to this card. We got Prates winning by KO. I'm gonna say round 4. I think his output's just gonna be too much for JDM. The leg kicks, he's gonna get. If Prates gets the leg kicks going, it'll nullify JDM's striking power and ability, honestly. So we know it's not going to the ground. And I just think Prates is a tougher fighter, and that's what it'll come down to. So that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your picks in the comments. Let me know who you got winning, losing. And that's it, man. See you guys in the next one. Peace.